Every time you turn on a light or use your smartphone, have you ever wondered, how did we get here? How did humanity go from striking rocks to make fire to holding the power of infinite knowledge in our hands? This documentary takes you through the fascinating journey of technological advancements and their impact on human life. From the earliest tools to the mind bending possibilities of quantum computing, we will explore how technology has shaped civilization and where it's taking us next. Human technology began with a simple idea to shape the world around us. The first step, stone tools. Around 2.5 million years ago, our ancestors began crafting tools by chipping stones. These weren't just rocks, they were early instruments of survival. The Acheulean hand axe, one of the first standardized tools, was used to butcher animals, dig roots, and cut wood. Simple but powerful. Then came a really important discovery, a discovery of fire. Evidence suggests humans tamed fire at least a million years ago. It allowed us to cook, stay warm, and settle in colder regions. It also made food safer and easier to digest, contributing to brain growth and social development. With fire and tools came new needs. Early humans created bone needles to sew animal hides into clothing, allowing them to survive in harsh climates. They built shelters, used spear throwers for long distance hunting, and developed language for coordination and community. But the biggest shift came around 10,000 years ago in what we now call the Neolithic Revolution. Humans began to farm, they planted wheat, barley, and rice. Instead of chasing food, they began to grow it. We also domesticated animals, goats for milk, sheep for wool, oxen for work. This allowed for permanent settlements, surplus food, and larger, more complex communities. Farming brought storage problems, which led to the invention of pottery. Clay pots kept food dry, safe, and transportable. They were also an early canvas for art and symbols. As societies grew, people began weaving plant fibers into cloth. Weaving was one of the first examples of mechanical repeated motion, a concept that would eventually lead to machines. Around 3500 BCE, in Mesopotamia, humans invented one of the most transformative technologies ever, the wheel. Originally used for pottery, the wheel was soon applied to transportation, carts, wagons, and eventually chariots. It revolutionized how people and goods moved, enabling trade, agriculture, and military expansion. 300 years later, people invented writing, starting with pictographs, then cuneiform. It allowed for trade records, storytelling, and government. A few thousand years later, in ancient China, came another invention, paper, lightweight, portable, and easy to produce. It changed how information moved across the world. Early humans also experimented with medicine. Plants like garlic, turmeric, and willow bark are used to treat pain, wounds, and infections. Many of these remedies, passed down for generations, became the basis for traditional medical systems that still exist today. Mathematics began with the need to count people, crops, time. Early humans used bones and stones to track numbers. Later, the Babylonians developed place value systems and base 60, which we still use in minutes and seconds. The Egyptians measured land and built pyramids using geometry. In the Indus Valley, standard units of measurement helped in city planning. In China, vacuses were used to calculate, and in India, the concept of zero emerged, a breakthrough that would fuel centuries of science and engineering. Science, in its earliest form, was based on observation and classification. People studied the stars to mark seasons and guide crops. They noted how plants healed or harmed. In many cultures, early scientists were farmers, priests, and healers, quietly laying the groundwork for astronomy, medicine, and physics. As humans looked around and asked why the world behaved the way it did, natural philosophy emerged. No longer were all phenomena explained by myth. Instead, people began seeking patterns, causes, and mechanisms. Greek philosophers such as Thales, Anaximander, and later Aristotle attempt to explain natural phenomena using logic and reasoning. They studied science with increasing precision. Though many ideas were wrong by modern standards, the method of inquiry they practiced, asking, observing, debating, recording, formed the roots of the scientific method. During this time, humans began applying consistent mechanical principles in increasingly sophisticated ways. The simple machines, lever, wheel and axle, pulley, inclined plane, wedge, and screw were understood and used in construction, warfare, and agriculture. In Egypt, workers used inclined planes and sledges to move massive stones. In Greece, engineers like Archimedes designed war machines, water pumps, and compound pulleys. In China and India, rotating tools powered by water and animals made milling, grinding, and textile production more efficient. The ancient world saw the rise of civil engineering. In India and China, massive irrigation systems, reservoirs, and step wells ensured water security for growing populations. Roman concrete hardened underwater and allowed the creation of vast domes and bath complexes that still stand today. These structures served both civic and symbolic functions, making the empire's technological prowess visible and usable to the public. Empires began adopting technology to manage governance, economy, and justice. Tools like stamped coins for trade and tax, standardized weights and measures, and written legal codes. These tools helped coordinate thousands, even millions of people under unified systems. These early technologies, tools, fire, farming, the wheel, were more than inventions. They were foundations. They allowed humans to form villages, build societies, and begin asking bigger questions about the world. The first chapter of human innovation shows us that even the simplest ideas, when shared and improved, can change everything.